So here we have another question now. Each of the 6 students, Amit, Vicky, Sanju, Rana, Montu and Gauri appeared for 6 tests A, B, C, D, E and F. The maximum marks for each test is 50. The following table gives the ratio of the marks scored in the top 3 exams, that is highest 3 scores, and the bottom 3 exams, that is lowest 3 scores, by these 6 students. Each of the 6 students scored distinct integral marks in all the 6 examinations. Okay, so they all have scored distinct integral marks. Let's talk about it now here. So this table is giving us the top 3 scores of Amit and the bottom 3 scores. He has scored the top 3 in subjects ABC, bottom 3 in DEF. Vicky has scored top 3 in CEA, bottom 3 in FBD, so on and so forth. One simple logic is, because these are the bottom 3 and these are the top 3, the lowest among them should be greater than the highest among them. Is that right, guys? I'm sure this is clear. When the top 3 exams are there, even the lowest among top 3 has to be higher than the highest among bottom 3. Because bottom 3 are 4th, 5th, 6th. Top 3 are 1st, 2nd, 3rd. Third score has to be greater than the 4th score. So therefore, this is true for all of them. 4 should be greater than this. This 1 should be greater than this 5. So on and so forth. It is true for all of them. This is the only thing that we have to take care of while doing all of these questions. Let's start with question number 1 here. These are the 5 questions. Let's start with the first one. What is the minimum possible total score of all students in subject A? Okay, we have to minimize their scores. Now, when I talk about Amit has scored 11, 9 and 7. This is the ratio of the bottom 3. And this score in C should be definitely greater than 11. Even if I assume them as 11, 9 and 7, this 3 should be greater than 11. So I have to multiply this ratio by at least 4. And of course, if I take the value of D greater than 11, value of D greater than 11, in that case, that would have been multiplied by a bigger number than 4 in that case. So therefore, 4 is the bare minimum that I have to multiply to make it greater than that. And in that case, Amit will score a 20 score in subject A. Because 543 multiplied by 4 in subject A, your score would become 5 into 4, 20. When I talk about Vicky, he has scored a ratio of 4 over here, but here it is 7. This 4 has to be greater than 7, so therefore I have to multiply this ratio by at least 2. In that case, he would be able to score 8. Just to make it more clear to you guys, basically we are saying if Vicky has scored 14, 10 and 8 in the top 3 scores, then he can score 7, 6 and 2 in the bottom 3. Similarly, Amit has scored 20, 16 and 12 in the top 3. In the bottom 3, he has scored 11, 9, 7. See, if these numbers are more than 11, 9, 7, they would further increase. We are looking for a minimum possible. So therefore, we are just keeping it there only. In case of Sanju, I can straight away take it as 3 only. This is the minimum possible. In case of Rana, once again, this number has to be greater than this number. So I have to multiply this ratio by at least 4. By that, his score would become 32. In case of Montu, his score is 2 over here. It would be taken as 2. In case of Gauri, it is 1, which should be greater than 6. So I have to multiply the ratio by at least 7 to make it greater than 6. So sum of all the scores is 20 plus 8, 28 plus 3, 31, 31 plus 32, 63 plus 9. 72 is the minimum possible score that these guys must be having. So that's the right answer for our question number 11 now. Which of the following is definitely false? Let's check them one by one. Which of the following is definitely false? Must be false. Amit scored more than 20 marks in subject D. Is it definitely false? Can't he score more than 20? If he scores more than 20, these numbers must be multiplied by at least 2. So they would become 22, 18 and 14. In that case, this number should also be more than 22. So I have to multiply these numbers by at least 8. In that case, they would become 40, 32 and 24. So this is possible. Amit might score more than 22. So therefore, this is not definitely false. Let's check about Vicky. Vicky scored more than 20 marks in F. Let's check Vicky. Can he score more than 20 marks in F? In that case, his score must have been multiplied by at least 3. His scores would become 21, 18 and 6. Then this score should be more than 21. Hence, it must be multiplied by at least 6. And when they are multiplied by 6, they become 42, 30, and 24. Yes, even this is possible. It is also not definitely false. Let's talk about Sanju. Sanju scored more than 5 marks in A. Sanju scored more than 5 marks in A. If this is more than 5, these scores must be doubled. If they are doubled, they would become 10 and 6 and 4. And this score should be more than 10. So therefore, I have to multiply them by 11 at least. By multiplying them by 11, I will have 44, 33, and 11. Yes, even this is possible. Of course, my answer should be D. But let's check why. Rana scored more than 5 in D. If Rana scores more than 5 in D, that means these scores must be multiplied by at least 2. In that case, this score would become 26. If this is 26, this should be more than 26. That means they should be multiplied by at least 7. The moment they are multiplied by 7, the score of Rana in A would become more than 50, which is not possible because maximum marks are 50. How can someone score 56? So D option is definitely false. Rana can definitely not score more than 5. That's the correct answer for us. Next, what is the maximum possible total score of all the students in subject B? Now we have to maximize the scores. The way we did before, once again, let's do it. In case of Amit, by what maximum number I can multiply them so that none of them becomes more than 50? I can multiply them by 10. In that case, score in B will become 40. Similarly, if I talk about Sanju, I'll come to Vicky later because his B is here. So we will check that later. In case of Sanju, 4, 3, 1, they can be multiplied by maximum 12 so that none of the scores become more than 50. In that case, his score in B would become 48. In case of Gauri, 5, 4, 1, they can be maximum multiplied by 10 so that no score becomes more than 50. So this is 50. What about Vicky? When I talk about Vicky, his B is here, that is 6. Now, what is the maximum number I can multiply this with? The point is, I have to maximize them as well, and I would like to keep them lower than them. These can be multiply maximized by 7. In that case, Vicky's scores would become over here as 49, 35, and 28. We will pay attention to this. So his score in these three exams should be less than 28. So they cannot be multiplied by anything more than 3. Therefore, his score in B can be maximum 18. Even if I multiply by 4, his score in F will become equal to that of A in for Vicky. So therefore, that cannot be done. So it has to be 18 maximum. Let's talk about Rana here. This number cannot be even multiplied by 2 as we just saw in the previous question. The moment you multiply it by 2, it becomes 26. I would not be able to multiply this by anything because they would become more than 50 in every case. So here his score can only be 13. Once again, when I talk about here, these scores can be maximum multiplied by 5. In that case, the lowest score among them becomes 25, and therefore this cannot be multiplied by anything more than 3. Even if I multiply by 4, it will become more than 25. So multiplying by 3, B will become 3. So what is the total of all the scores? 40 plus 18, 58, plus 48, that is 106, plus 13, 119, plus 3, 122, and 50 is 172. So the maximum possible score in subject B of all the students is 172. So the next question now, which of the subjects following cannot be the ratio of scores of Amit and Sanju in subject C? Let's check that. Amit and Sanju in subject C. So Amit in subject C is here. Sanju in subject C is here. Let's check them. Okay. So what can be the scores of them? Now, scores of DEF are 11, 9, 7. So this ratio must be multiplied by at least 4, right? And it cannot be multiplied more than 10, otherwise this would become more than 50. So score of Amit in subject C can be 3 into 4, that is 12, or 3 into 5, that is 15, or 18, or 21, or 24, or 27, or 30. It cannot be more than 30 because the moment you multiply it by more than 10, the score in A will become more than 50. Similarly, when I talk about Sanju, because the scores here are 5, 3, 2, so this ratio must be multiplied by minimum 6 so that this score becomes more than 5. And you can multiply by maximum 12, otherwise the first score will become more than 48. So this time 3 should be multiplied by anything from 6 to 12. So 6 into 3, that is 18, or 21, or 24, or 27, or 30, or 33, or 36. So which of the following ratios are possible? Let's check. Sorry, which of the following cannot be the ratio? Let's check how many of them are possible. Is 1 is to 3 possible? Yes. 12 and 36 make it 1 is to 3. Not my answer. Is 5 is to 3 possible? Let's check. So 3 5s are 15, and in that case 3 3s are 9, or 3 uh, 5 into 6 33. I think 30 and 18 give me a ratio of 5 is to 3. Yes, this also can not my answer. 1 is to 1. Can't the two scores be equal? Yes, they can be equal. 21 21. So of course my answer has to be 3 is to 7. Just check that. In any case, you are getting just one multiple of 7 over here, and for that multiple of 7 over here, on the other side I should be having 9. Only then they can be in a ratio of 3 is to 7. So therefore this is a ratio which is not possible. So my answer is option D, that is 3 is to 7. And the last question of this set: what is the maximum possible average score of Gauri in B, C and D? We have to find out his maximum possible score in B, C, D. For a maximum possible score, of course, I would try to multiply them with maximum possible. Now this score 541, it cannot be multiplied by anything more than 10. And the moment I multiply this ratio by even 2, still this will become 12. In that case, this has to be more than 12. I have to multiply 13, and that cannot be done. So this is possible only if I keep them as 631, but I multiply them by 10. In that case, his score in C will be 1, in D will be 3, but in B it will be 50. So 50 plus 3 plus 1, 54, and 54 is the average score in the 3. If you divide 54 by 3, it gives me exactly 18. So 18 is the right answer for this question, which was the last question from this set.